And if you can't find me, the wind's already taking me home, taking me home to you. And if you can't find me, I'll be in the ashes, rising far beyond. And if you can't find me, the wind's already taking me home, taking me home. And if you can't find me, drift deeper. Life goes on. We drift deeper. Drift deeper. We drift deeper into the sound. Life goes on. We drift deeper into the sound. Feeling strong. So bring it on.
Welcome to the Alita Army channel. This is Radio KAOS, the voice of the Alita Army, episode 81, supporting Alita Battle Angel through the Dark Times, where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the source manga Gundam, and the greatly desired sequel. I'm the host of today's episode, Angelus, and with me are Max Takchirai from Sydney, Australia.
G'day, mates.
We got Muskogee Creek from Denver, Colorado.
Hoka hey, Alita Army.
Do we know if Star will be joining us later, or?
He said he couldn't. Yeah, he said he couldn't make it.
Alrighty. And we got Avon Seaplay from somewhere in the world.
So somewhere in Europe, Germany. Good day, good morning, and good evening.
I'll read the notes, man. I just put it in there. You got to keep up.
Yeah, just put it in there. But yes, great to be here with the rest of the army after a wild past couple of days. Although it's a bit of an oxymoron because usually Alita brightens things up, so it's not really a dark time whenever she's involved, although it is for her enemies. So.
Well, when I wrote this topic title, we hadn't heard anything for a long time, and then in the meantime, Rodriguez goes, "Yeah, I'm still working on it, guys. Stick with me." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still call it the dark time because we haven't got a green light yet, which is what we want.
Yes. True.
And
It looks like a wild. Odd John's just joined us.
Yeah.
That's a bit odd. Yeah.
How's things in Arkansas today, Johnny?
Oh, I'm all right. I may be in and out a little bit in the stream because I got to move a few things around, but I figured I got nothing else to do, so I jump in.
Well, there's always something to do, like watch Alita.
Yeah.
Hashtag watch Alita.
Oh, Captain, my captain is correct.
Yeah.
In fact, I've still got to complete my viewing from Friday.
I wish I could have been there yesterday. Or was it Thursday or Friday that y'all had the watch party? I forget.
It is Thursday.
Thursday for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I missed 2 streams.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm on a roll. I've missed 2 streams in 1 week.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun too. That was pretty cool.
Hey, third time lucky, you know what they say.
True.
Yeah, we had Amy on with us Thursday. It was really nice.
Oh, really? She came on?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was supposed to be working.
Yeah.
Oh,
There it
okay.
is.
One of those
She was so
situations.
excited.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
She did a great job on that mass tweet, setting that up. That was great.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I was getting all excited when I used to draft up tweets, but I've actually found it more entertaining just to kind of jump in as it's going live, but I know not everyone does that or can do that.
Yeah.
But I ended up working, so
Well,
I kind of let out 1 or 2 tweets and then I was back at it. So
It started at 2 a.m. my and Angelus's time, and we were there.
Oh God.
Yeah. And there's such a thing as TweetDeck too, by the way, John.
You know what's funny? Is there any way to get that on your phone, or is that strictly desktop?
I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it may be just a computer only.
It runs in a whole bunch of columns, which I just don't think you could get to work on your phone.
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard even if you turned your phone sideways, you know, and let the screen adjust. I think it would still be pretty tough to deal with it.
I've not used it since the first time we went trending back in, what was it, like late 2019? It's the first time we trended.
TweetDeck kind of works on the browser on your phone, but it's like on that small screen, it's like super janky to use. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I figured.
Good to know. Yeah, I used Hootsuite for a while, but I don't know. I find it more interesting to jump in when it's live anyway. I couldn't ever see it trending though. Even when I did pop in, I never once saw it on there.
I saw it on there a couple of times. I saw it on there once when it was 12,000 tweets. And I think, another time before that, it was like 8,000. I saw it, you know, and then Amy, I guess she has that pro, you know, that TweetDeck Pro or whatever that thing is, you know, where, because if you try to get the report and you're not paying that $17 a month, then it stops at 500. So you just don't know, you know, but she was, you know, in my DM, she was also saying, hey, we now got X number of tweets, you know, and she kept me updated on that. So I know at one point, just before the watch party, we had 13,000 tweets.
Well, before I lost my train of thought, never mind.
Sugar, choo choo.
Yeah. Well, you know, another thing before you get started, Angelus, is that for a little while there, I don't know how it ended up, but we were running neck and neck with the Matrix. So that, you know, we were going back and forth. Wouldn't it be great if we upstaged the Matrix?
Well, you were right there above the Green Bay Packers. I'd say that's something.
Yeah.
So, and there was a lot of other stuff going on too. I saw a lot of trend. I think the PlayStation showcase was going on too. So the fact y'all maintained that for as long as you did, I'd say that's pretty good work right there.
Yeah. Well, Amy can take all the credit for that because she kind of put that thing together.
She grabbed that bull by the horns.
Yeah, she did.
All righty. So I've well and truly lost the train of thought. So I'll get stuck into the news. And it was totaling 18K plus.
There we go.
According to our resident reporter, Charlie Schmidt.
So it looks like he's thinking, Charlie, that we had probably maybe 20,000 tweets because you estimated you were about 10,000 low, or 10% low, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still seeing people dropping the hashtag even today, so it's probably going to keep going for a little bit, I imagine. Yeah, I saw it yesterday too, a couple of times. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Probably dropped down to the 1,000 maybe.
I even saw a few on Facebook, but there weren't that many. Not really many people use Facebook for that kind of thing.
But yeah, so it was a mad experience as always. I mean, I probably didn't get much sleep before the trending event, and I definitely didn't get any sleep afterwards.
You were on. I saw you the most out of all the tweets. I saw this guy up at like 3 in the morning. Which would have been midnight for him. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I went pretty.
Well, Davo went in there with his pants on fire.
Yeah, he did.
He doubled down.
Yeah, he did.
It was like pineapple pieces, depending on it.
Yeah.
Well, you do remember that Davo won a Hot Toys Alita for tweeting one of the last times we had a trending event. So you know he's got to earn that.
True.
Got to keep going.
He's got to one up himself.
And
Alright.
now he's dying. Stop dying.
Yeah, stop dying.
No, it's I've got peanut butter on toast for breakfast, and it's crunchy peanut butter with bits of nuts in it.
You got Vegemite on that thing, do you?
I missed out on veggie. I ran out.
At least it's not peanut butter on pizza. I'd be afraid if you started doing that. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've done that before.
Lord.
Like peanut butter and Vegemite on Hawaiian pizza.
And anchovies.
Oh God, that's disgusting.
Anyway, moving on. So who else agrees with DCB?
Yeah, what did it say up there? I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as it was mentioned, Amy sort of got the gears grinding. You know, started cheering everyone up from the get-go. and yeah, I mean, she even rallied the troops from the Snyder Cut as well. So we saw a lot of interaction from them as well. So I mean, if we weren't competing, like you said, in fact, I mentioned this in a tweet as well. I mean, like ever since her release, Alita's always, I feel Alita, she's always been fighting an uphill battle, and and she still managed to crack out 404 mil. With this one, we still managed to, smash out 18,000 tweets, and yeah, that just to me just blows me away. With what we have to compete with on the day, like you mentioned, with the PlayStation reveals, with the Matrix trailer dropping, and short of an Alita sequel, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it as well. I mean, I guess Rosa and Keanu have a lot of common. They both like dogs.
Yes.
And for our next piece, Call Untitled is at it again. Cowboy bounty hunters, stories that need to be told, tailor-made for Rodriguez to direct.
Nice. You know, it actually took me a moment to realize that was the galley statue that's coming out in 2 years. Gave me a little reminder. I was like, oh shit, I still got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Oops.
Kind of looks like it there too, doesn't it?
Well, it is the statue. It is. I forgot. I looked at it. I was like, why does that look familiar?
Yeah.
Did a really good job on that. Man, it makes me think. I really hope that in the sequels, they give her the eye black. Oh man, it kind of made me sad they didn't have that in the current one, but in retrospect. But I guess it makes sense that she didn't have it.
This is Paul worthy. Because when it comes to edits like that, he's kind of got the bull by the horns on that one. And rightly so. That is just amazeballs. I think I have to remind myself to say that later. But anyway, naturally, after the Nerdy Basement interview, the rumor mill is in overdrive again. And what's it translated from? Translated from Spanish, so somewhere in South America, I guess. It seems that one of the producers of Alita Battle Angel is in conversations with Disney to make a series based on the movie. For Disney Plus star. And I mean, yeah, we've sort of touched on it time and again as one of the potential things that they could do. And I know, like, it wasn't all that long ago that like this rumor was sort of floated around back then as well, but I forget the context of what it was. Does anyone remember?
I'm forgetting his first name, but something Reichman. It's a guy who apparently gets quite a bit of inside scoop on upcoming projects. I think Race Randolph and him talked or something, but there were rumors a long time ago about that. So I kind of wonder if it's just, them saying the same thing that we heard back then, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
But it is still rumor at the moment. But there's I've always said that there's a lot that they can do with that. I mean, even in the movie world, lore, there's always more that they could go over, and that in itself is breaking new ground. You could even, people worry that Rose is going to be replaced, or if she's not the main character, then they're not going to watch it. But I mean, what if they were to focus on Gelda or Doc Ito's sort of backstory, or the what was it, the prequel novel? What if they did a series on that as well, and just sort of expanded on the lore that built the world of the movie? So there's lots of things. There's lots of places that can take it.
If we do get that series like was in that one video that guy put out. Now, I kind of looked at his channel. He only has like 106, followers. So I don't know how he got that information. He must know somebody, I guess. But one of the things that came to mind, and I guess Do Not Stand By and I talked about this, is if we do get a series of some kind on Disney Plus, then we don't need to let up on getting a sequel. We need to keep after it.
Agreed.
Keep
what
the
we need
pressure.
to do is blow up the series, so that it shows that the demand for the sequel is there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what we need to do. We also need to.
I might even and get a subscription to Disney Plus if it comes to here in Australia.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I mean, we need to blow up the Book of Boba Fett too. We need to do that. So.
Well, that'd be good.
That'll probably take care of itself, honestly.
I think it will too, but we ought to just make absolutely sure, by contributing our however many we got, So
Yeah, I'd say the Book of Boba Fett and of course Avatar 2, probably most of all, but both of them I think are going to be important to the whole situation.
Well, editing around the shit movies that they've come up with recently for Star Wars, I am a Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
Editing around those because they were terrible.
Yeah. Also, seems that the Alita Army's quote has been pretty popular.
Have I? That's good to know.
Because was it Comic Watch or another site that you did another article for?
No, it was Comic Watch, man. Although there is another site I'm supposed to write a movie review for. I must get into that.
Is he?
But this was written by Ray on 99. Oh, that sounds bad. But I mean,
no, what?
Yes.
Short of reading the article itself, did you want to give us a quick recap, Ray?
Yeah. I mean, the recap is just the recap section there is just
a synopsis.
The recap of the movie.
Yeah.
But I actually used the section that I wrote out of here for a tweet, which seemed to resonate pretty well. Now where is it?
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
So I basically said that the movie wasn't perfect because if you wax lyrical and only point out the good bits, people go, maybe that guy's not not giving it a reasonable a reasonable sort of both sides of the story sort of thing. But I did like the final paragraph I put in here. At her core, the character of Alita is an exemplar of someone living their true life. That is, giving unconditionally, fighting all out for what they believe in, and making mistakes to learn and grow, and owning those mistakes. Alita is a pure force, one untroubled by guilt, doubt, indecision, or unjust strictures of the society of her time would force upon her. Her ingrained combat senses, her position as an outsider, and her blank slate are enviable qualities for us everyday people who have so much emotional baggage to carry. If you want a thrill ride with a mature script, great acting, fascinating visuals, and a great score, one that keeps giving the more times you watch it, I can hardly recommend Alita Battle Angel as an excellent way to get lost in a dystopian future for a few hours. So that's how I really put it up.
And men.
Yeah, it's funny that
Amen.
acting score is 8.5. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I probably could have gone a little bit higher on that one.
Yeah, I would say 9. But anyway, I'm biased.
I was trying to give it an even-handed approach, not just give everything 10 and go, oh yeah, fanboy.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
I agree with the music though, in the context that, like, a lot of the times it's either they'll nail the proverbial head of the nail, like dead center, or they'll just go off kilter and miss it completely. And yeah, I mean, Junkie XL rarely misses. What can I say?
Yeah, well, the whole thing is, my feeling on the movie, just as an overview, is it was a labor of love. So, in being a labor of love, they got it right. They did it gave it their best.
And it wasn't
This movie is a labor of love, and it shows it's beautifully realized all the way to the bone. That was one of the other
Spitting facts.
And speaking of labors of love, and we'll probably bring this up later on as well, as we know, Councillor 99, or Jeff as we call him, has been busy with his CNC machine. And as you can see, it's nice and dark in the little snippet here.
Is that winging its way to you yet, Creaky?
I think he is. I think he's just put together the frame. He was afraid that by shipping it, if you just put like bubble wrap and stuff like that, it would break, some of the, or something might happen to the sign itself. So he actually built a frame to put that thing in.
Whew.
And, and he's shipping it to me. I'll probably get it toward the end of next week, I would think. But yeah, that sucker there is about
so badass.
Oh yeah, man! I tell you, I am so stoked about this. I am really. As a matter of fact, at some point, I'm probably going to do a stream, a live stream from the Denver branch of the Kansas bar.
Do it.
Yeah. I'd like to be off my laptop, obviously, but but yeah, it's going to be cool. Now the letters are 1/2 the size of the original sign, because my bar obviously is not near as big as what they put together in the movie,
Still pretty big though.
But yeah, those letters are, I think, about 13 inches tall, I think. So they're significant. They're not.
That's what she said.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
Someone had to do that. No.
Yeah, she did actually. But anyway, it's going to be pretty cool, and we've all, I had to send him measurements of my bar itself, where the, where the studs were in the wall and stuff like that, and they were 16-inch centers and that kind of thing, so he could know where to put the mounting, hardware on it, so I could hang it off of the studs, So, but anyway.
I'm gonna get my mind out of the gutter.
What was that, Angelus?
You're talking about studs and getting him excited.
Yeah, I got him.
Someday, I am going to have to commission him to make one of those, but with an R for Arkansas. I've got to do it. It's a
all
law.
you got to do is put an AR in the front of that, because you got to
Yeah.
Kansas. That's like ours,
Oh,
Mojo,
just
right?
put one of the bunnies in front of it. It's like AR gets get it.
Oh God.
I
Oh,
thought
Lordy,
you could
Lordy.
have Kansas there in blue and have the AR in red, so you could turn the AR on and off depending on what you wanted.
That would be.
That's true.
Oh, that's a good idea, though. I like that. Jeff, I have a project for you someday.
But he's
It's
really
like, oh shit, here we go again.
Right?
yeah, no, he's really proud of this. I mean,
Oh, I
he
would be.
really is, you know, and he is using this as a springboard to, you know, start a side business, you know, where he can do stuff like this.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely should.
and I tell you what, it'd be the coolest thing is when I do stream, you know, from the Denver branch of the Kansas bar. It'd be cool if Robert Rodriguez saw that, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Creaky. Well, that's pretty much the end of the news. But
Is it?
if I was,
You're forgetting there is
Didn't Robert actually retweet one of the things from the Alita day?
oh yes,
Yeah.
that's right. I couldn't bring up the thing. Let me.
I think he actually did
Get that
2
back up.
retweets. I'm not sure, but I thought he did 2.
It should be
but,
pretty high up on his profile, actually.
Yeah.
it is. I hope he saw that sign. I really, really do.
Yeah.
I think if he did, he would have said something though.
I think he would have too.
But, you know, these people see so many notifications though that it's like.
Well, it's not only that, you know, that they've had people, you know, that are actually working their social media accounts. So, you know,
right.
You know, he's probably only on Twitter very, very limited amount of time, you know. So
I'd say somebody runs it for him and he looks at the highlights.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's more likely, yeah. I think Landau does get on his though a little bit more. I don't know if he was
but he's
tagged or not.
Facebook. He's not.
That's true. That's true. He's more Facebook oriented.
There it is.
Yeah.
So he is watching, ladies and gentlemen. They all are, and in a way. And whether he saw it himself or, like you guys suggested, his agent did, and he like goes all the highlights. But
Well, probably the more interesting tweets, you know, that his social media manager probably tells him, you know, of this, you know, points out somebody or saves them for him so he can look at them, you know, because I bet that he gets tagged thousands of tweets.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean, it's going to be it'd be unrealistic to expect him to kind of just follow all these tweets because he's also busy, you know. So
Well, his time is more important than sitting on social media. Yeah.
absolutely.
But yeah, that's always awesome to see when they, like as busy as they are, you know, they still sort of take out the time to, you know, just drop it's like a drop in the ocean, but you know, it's like, I don't know, it's just awesome to see. I just can't speak highly enough of it.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Well, I think we ought to a little bit of news to plug our buddy Denis because he's going to be dropping a video I think next week.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Maxie usually, you know, Maxie, I don't know if you're going to do that, but toward the end of the stream, he usually goes into, you know, YouTube and then, you know, filters out Alita Battle Angel, you know, in the search.
Yeah, that's actually set up as part of the main topic, which is why I haven't done it.
Yeah. So, you know, we can see, because that's one of the things here. It is part of the main topic is you see that one bullet right there, produce videos, you know, and you know, but anyway, we'll get into that. I don't want to jump too far ahead here on that one, so.
But what else have we got? Oh, we do have some news articles that I missed. Apologies, Hunter Warriors. Actually, let me get this set up.
Craigie, did you see Charles Smith's last comment in the chat?
The one about promoting, maybe did I miss it? Was it before this one?
Another way to have a big impact is to send a letter to Rose's agent requesting she join one of the weekly Alita video chats. She might do it if she did, would draw thousands.
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
Creaky's already
Creaky has already tried to get Rosa a couple of times, with one of her, I guess it's like a speakers bureau she's registered with, and then of course through her agents, the folks I talked to one person on the speakers bureau that was kind of encouraging, and I thought, well, maybe I'm doing something here. Now I was prepared to drop some bread for it, but she said, the person I talked to said, well, if I was you, I would go try to get in touch with her through social media, and I said, well, she's discontinued all of her social media accounts. But that individual had called me back, and then the next day, I guess someone else from that same speakers bureau called me back, and was asking me why wanted Rosa, and I explained to her what we were doing, and when I told her it was like I guess for a live stream, a 30-minute interview type thing, she did not even want to talk to me. She just hurried me off the phone. After I told her I'm willing to pay, I will pay for Rosa to come on, and it didn't matter. So, I guess it is what it is, so.
She's come on live streams with other people before. I remember there was one time, I can't remember if it was 2019 or 2020, but she went on live stream with this one fella. I don't remember what the context was or I think maybe it was around the time Undone came out. Mm-hmm. And he brought up Alita or something. The guy was actually kind of rude, I thought, but at least in certain, there was something in the conversation that.
Well, I think if it's the same one I saw, John, is where he asked her about what the Alita army would do for her, or something like that, and she said, they'll do anything for me or something, and he said something like, really, and or something like that, and she said
something along the lines of I love my Alita hive or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was. I liked that. But I think the whole deal is that back then, I think she's big now. She's getting bigger and bigger with every passing. I'm not talking literally. I'm talking figuratively, of course. But I mean, she's becoming bigger and bigger in the industry. And it's probably going to be harder and harder to get her. So.
Yeah, it will.
Well,
I'm just really happy that we got all those postcards to her that first year. That was so cool.
Yeah, but they didn't get. I got a feeling they didn't give them to her the second year.
I don't think they did either.
Yeah.
Well, we won't dwell on the negative, not during the dark times.
Yes.
But of course, we got this covered. Dusted off their Alita folder and spat out an article. But like most sources, it's basically rehashing, probably we picked up on the same source as the tweet that we covered earlier in the news.
It's basically clickbaiting the Alita army with ads.
Yep.
Is what it is.
Yep.
At least it's in English this time. No offense to the Spanish speaking crowd, but I'm just not smart enough to learn a second language. So anyone that does, I salute you. But it just keeps on going over the same information. Like they've gone over our previous efforts. They go over the fact that Disney still haven't greenlit it, pretty much. And then here it just goes over exactly why that, what they're thinking. But the fact that the rumors persisted this long, I guess it's there's got to be something to it. Like I don't think there is something in the works. It's still being nutted out, the finer details. Well, what it is, it could be the sequel, it could be the series.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell knows? But nothing's set in concrete yet, which is why they still say, it's still rumor. Nothing's been announced, but that's essentially what it's saying there.
As long as Alita is the main lead, I'd be pretty. I'd be worried that if they ventured away from her being the if they've lowered her to being just a cameo in a series prequel or not, I don't think that would help.
No,
That's just me.
but if we'd still, even if it was though, John, we'd still want to blow it up.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not.
you know,
I'm
we-
not.
yeah,
you know,
we
saying don't watch
definitely
it.
would. Yeah.
Well,
I know I
yeah,
would.
I'd probably agree to disagree because considering it's such a niche IP as it is, like I said, it just introduces the rest of the world, the rest of Alita's world to the rest of our world. I guess
Don't
that's
get
the
me
best
wrong.
way I can put it. Yeah.
Well, don't get me
And,
wrong. I would love to see more of Gelda. I mean, you don't even really get to see much of her even in the manga itself. So I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be nice to see more of her anyway. In fact, I was more interested in her in the prequel scenes than I was Alita to some degree.
And since they're they're using the link with Rod, we'll even use the Mandalorian as an example. Like he's not one of the main characters from the original movies, and in a way neither is Ahsoka, but she's managed to find her way into the Mandalorian series. And of course, as we all know, with the season finale of season 2, even Luke had a cameo. And who's to say that Rosa wouldn't go beyond a cameo and actually be a frequent character, I guess. Just to sort of, be dangle that carrot in front of us to keep us going.
Well, I'd absolutely watch it, regardless, because it's, anything Alita, I'm probably going to watch it.
Yes.
And that's where I probably disagree with myself by agreeing with you in the fact that, they know that Alita is the main draw card. I mean, that's the main reason why we're even doing any of this stuff.
Right.
And for them to not sort of I don't know, it's like gravy. I mean, you don't want to drink it straight from the jug, but in the right amounts, you can put it on anything.
I think it would depend on what they did. I mean, if they focused on the Mars terraforming wars stuff, I think there'd be far more draw to it. Whereas if they made something like the Iron City, which I've not actually read the prequel novel, so maybe I'm biting my own, maybe I'm kicking myself saying this, but I don't get the impression that many would be too enthused about a series based on the prequel novel, given that it doesn't follow her at all. At least I don't think it does.
No, she's conspicuous with her absence. That's what I'm looking for. God damn.
Me, but speak.
Well, they could, if they really wanted to bait us hard, they could allude to her being a main character without actually, they could do a Nova effect without actually showing the character. And then, right at the end of season 1 finale, it's they're everything's gone to shit. The politics have just disintegrated, and they're going to war. The is gearing up, and all of a sudden it cuts to the Panzerkunst unit Gelder's sort of gearing up, and she turns to her troops and gives out a speech, and all of a sudden, it ends on the shot of, Alita looking up in her berserker body. Oh, jeez. They could. There's so much ways that they could, and in season 2, they could. If they even go that far, they could then make her the main character then as well, and completely, utilize exactly what you were saying earlier, John, about her being a main character. So, there's a lot of potential, but at the moment it's all just.
I don't know. My feelings have been mixed. I mean, the Krypton series doesn't even have Superman in it, yet Gotham has a young Bruce Wayne.
Well, they could have a chibi Alita. We've all seen Fall Untitled work. it could go that far deep into history. But
I don't know. I have nightmares of the little kissing chibi Alita. I keep thinking it's volume 5 or 6, but it's actually volume 7 at the end. It's like, why did Kishiro draw that?
Everybody loves Chibi Alita.
even Alita loves chibi Alita.
Yeah.
Oh no, that Lou like the most. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, I haven't missed anything, have I? I'm like going over the show notes. I don't think I have. Got the rod rods, got the articles, but I believe that's everything. So
Yeah, I think you could, man.
no one else has got any news that you might.
I'm not dead. I just had to change some things. So some videos transferred over to my new channel location. Some of them didn't, but it's a trip. I'm all right. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go with the schedule I had before it happened.
Alrighty. So on to the main topic. Big run.
I'm still writing that script part as well.
Alright.
Takes a fair bit of time, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Longer than you were expecting.
Yeah, well, floods happen.
Well, on to the main topic of supporting Alita through the dark times. How can we do that? One of them being, pretty much what we've always been doing, making sure that Disney, Rod, the whole crew, cast and crew, are constantly reminded that, we want that sequel. And how do we go about doing that? How do we even keep the fandom? Like as a sort of byproduct, if you will, how do we keep the fandom going? And one of those is through artwork. Now there are a lot of mediums of art. So with this particular subsection, if you will, we'll go through the we'll refer mostly to your hand-drawn fan art, if you will. Because there's video edits, there's like 3D modeling, computer programming, that sort of thing. We've always discussed about like modders having various characters from various other IPs in games, like Cyberpunk or Skyrim. I mean, wouldn't that be something they did mods for that? So.
Not only that, but you can kind of create visibility on a game. I recently revived the whole creating Earth as it appears in Gundam because there was some interest in it, and I can just do a better job at it. At least that's Minecraft, anyways.
Oh yeah, and I think very early on, I saw some of that and looked good. Didn't you have a video of you like playing Minecraft? I've never touched Minecraft.
Doing that now because it's just something easy. But the character name, you hear the character name playing it, so
yeah.
Like what is that character with that name? Oh, they can find that out.
But yes, we'll just focus mostly on the fan art at the moment, and with the likes of Cranberry Jam and Rotten that we've already got in the army, and then how many random tweets do we get from random artists that like just keep on.
Not just
I feel like
random. There's a certain trick to making something visible. There are certain things you have to figure out where it's, say, more uncommon or has some appeal to being uncommon. One of the things I found, one of my videos that really took off quickly was Late Goodbye. The song in the music video was Late Goodbye by Poets of the Fall. So that song has been out for a long time, but apparently for whatever reason, people are interested in that song specifically. Alternative rock, I don't know why. But you just have to keep an eye out for what gets a trend on interest.
I guess like with the release of the actual Alita movie and the fact that a lot of mainstream people did like it, despite the whole competition it had with a certain Marvel character. But yeah, I guess ever since that got released, people have been coming out of the woodwork with their Alita art.
Right, and one of the things that's kind of why I do need to continue writing the thing, because if we at least create a graphic novel with turning pages, you don't see it's kind of in the middle in terms of how common it is, but it's something that would be, it's not quite a movie, but it's close enough to be somewhat interesting. Another thing that could help too is that if someone knows whatever their 3D modeling software is to create say green screened animated 3D figures, that way other people could a lot of people online on YouTube could just download the animated green screen thing and create GIFs of their own.
Speaking of green screen, before I forget, Creek, you've touched on that recently, if I'm not.
Yeah, I got a green screen right here. I'm in the Kansas bar. I'm not in the Denver, Kansas bar, but I am in the Kansas bar. So.
And to think that we'll be able to do that for real with an actual Kansas bar sign as well.
Yep.
Creek is almost making me want to invite him to be the voice of the bartender when the script is done.
And Creaky needs an eye patch.
Yeah. I'm not willing to shave my head though.
No, you don't have to.
And then you got to say, it's the pan, not the furniture.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I can do that.
Another way we can, keep the home fires burning is through writing.
Yeah.
Now, one of the main, I guess, sources you want to call it is fanfics that Max is writing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
I see what Just a Fan is saying, and and where I live, there's Great Lakes and there's Atlas. Those are the two big theater chains, so I can see if any of them are up for rentals.
Yeah, I was about to say, like here in Denver, we have a small theater chain called Elvis Cinemas, and they, I think at one point they were doing some of this. Well, AMC was doing it too, but they haven't. Elvis Cinemas has been doing, kind of like drive-in type stuff. They had a big, looking thing up against the side of their building, and people going to the drive-in, But
Great Lakes has been doing it over here too.
Yeah, I mean, if you got some money, and you want to, one thing you might do is say, I want to rent this theater, and then invite a whole bunch of people or advertise it, free movie, something like that. I mean, you may get a bunch of folks at it,
Or if you wanted to really sort of milk it, it's like a $5 donation to a charity of your choosing gets you in.
Funny thing is, we actually had something like back in 2019. I think we had something similar planned in Germany, Sinsheim, where they had a cinema with with a big IMAX screen, and Denis and a couple of others back then had already planned something, but that was already when Alita was leaving the theater, and we had to call Back then it was still kind of Fox, we had to call them, and there was kind of iffy thing going on. But but I hope we could do something. Maybe like when the whole traveling thing opens up, we can get a couple of people together, maybe from other parts of the world. We can do like a live watch party for once. So that would be cool.
Didn't Charlie Schmidt do something along those lines as well for an outdoor viewing? Was it Charlie or someone else?
Charlie's in the chat.
Yeah.
Charlie, if it was you, pipe up.
Oh, well, I know someone did because I remember a tweet going out, and they had like the like a iPhone sort of video of like just doing a complete 360 of the area, including the movie screen and whatnot.
By the way, Dizzy, behave yourself.
Might make you look a little bit younger.
Well, maybe, but Dizzy wants me to grow the mullet back. You know, the only problem with that is when I do squats, that hair gets under the bar, so it's kind of difficult.
You drink enough, everyone gets under the bar.
Yeah, well, that's true. That is true, Maxie.
Speaking of which, Creaky, did you stick to your word?
No, I did not.
Oh man!
No, I did not. I'm sorry.
What do I have to do?
I had to do some stuff this morning. Plus, I'm getting ready to, compete tomorrow. So I had every intention of doing it, but I got caught up. So.
Well, how about for your warm down after you compete?
Yeah, I will be. Well, I'm going to compete again in November, but that's 2 months away. So that's I can fit it in there. So.
Just to sidetrack a little bit, Creaky, when's your meet?
Tomorrow, actually, tomorrow morning, or for you, it'll be tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, thanks.
Well, I've got tomorrow afternoon off. So once you have finished your meet, I'll read through it with you like we did with the manga. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I mean, because we had fun doing that.
You should record that.
We should live stream it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wearing a Alita shirt.
Yeah, because that'll only be the fourth one. 4 days in a row for Creaky. You could go for the
that's
whole
right.
week.
Yeah.
And while it isn't exactly going off topic, I will sort of deviate from the writing aspect here and say that live streaming is another way we can keep things going.
Yeah.
The Creaky stream that I co-host with him, that actually stemmed from when we used to do that with Dan, and when he had to bow out due to real life issues. I won't say picked up the slack because that really isn't like the best way to put it, but we sort of continued the tradition, if you will.
Yeah. Dan was sort of our mentor, wasn't he, in a way, when it came to live streaming?
Yeah.
Neither one of us had ever done anything like that. We were just getting on Dan's stream, And when he stopped doing it, David said, "Hey, man, let's pick it up." Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even I know how to use it now.
Yeah.
I can do it anywhere.
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, Chaos. I've seen some of your live streams; they're pretty good.
So just commenting, but it works.
But another, I guess, aspect of writing is something like, and this is like a very sort of a bit of a stretch, if you will, but some of Creaky's videos where he excuse me, he'd rehash other movie scenes and whatnot, and we write our own script in a sense of that just simply promotes the leader. Like, for example, one of my personal favorites being the Starship Troopers one.
Yeah.
Instead of everyone fights, no one quits. It's like everyone watches the leader.
Yeah.
No one quits. don't do your job, I'll yeet you. You know, that's stuff like that. Or
you can also do it a little bit slightly indirect too, by just showing like scenes from manga as part of a music video. Then that's a way of saying, oh well, what is that? Where is that from?
Yeah.
And then I can answer people in the comments. Oh, that's from this OVA called Battle Angel from 1983. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe not.
I think.
You mean 93? You're a decade early. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, we lost KAOS.
I think one of the most rewarding things is when you encounter someone who recognizes Alita, and if they either ask you about it or even someone who doesn't recognize it, and they ask you what it is, and you're like, oh, well, let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
That happened to me just the other night. I went in to watch Malignant, and the guy, a little younger, but he saw my shirt, and he had to have recognized the manga, because from where he was standing behind the counter, he couldn't have read the bottom of the shirt. But he saw it, and he was like, "Oh, Battle Angel Alita." I didn't really think of how weird it probably sounded. I was like, "That's my baby."
Yeah, that happened to me. I guess last weekend. Went to a dinner, and this friend of mine saw my phone, and saw it because I got one of the Alita pictures on my phone as the wallpaper, And she said, "Who is that?" And boy, that was like turning on a light bulb.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Thank you for asking. You've got half an hour.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, I didn't do that to her, but I did explain what it was, and it was a great movie and all that, And she said, "Yeah, I'll have to check it out," So
I love it when that happens. It's such a good little feeling.
Yeah,
that's what I would have been doing today. They got a comic. Actually, I asked my roommate because they went up to the Comic-Con event today, and I asked them if they said, "Are there any Alita cosplayers or Alita merch?" And so far, the answer's been no, unfortunately. But it's kind of surprising with how big it is. There's a lot of people that go to that Little Rock event. So a little sad to hear that, but otherwise, I would have been there with the shirt and the necklace that.
I frequently wear my Alita Battle Angel. I got 2 muscle shirts when I go to the gym, and I frequently wear those things. When I say muscle. When I say muscle shirts, I'm not saying I got big muscles, but they're sleeveless. But they're sleeveless because if you do bench press, you don't want sleeves. But anyway, I've only had one person ask me about that. And they tolerated me telling them that a little bit, and then off they went. So because the thing about when you're in a gym, people they want to work out. They're not there to socialize. Although I do have a lot of friends in the gym, but I mean, they're there to work out, so, but I don't miss an opportunity like that either. So
I used to be I don't know if really bad is the right word to use, maybe overbearing, which that's not surprising coming from me, but I used to be really overbearing with Alita, especially the first year, back in 2019. It was almost, I hate using this comparison and hope no one gets offended by it, but people say that you're like a Jehovah's Witness for Alita.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah,
exactly. Yes,
that's what it feels like. But I was pretty bad about it. I scared off all my relatives. My uncle was gonna see it in theaters. He saw the poster, but due to all of my constant talk / posting about it, he was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not rewarding this."
Yeah, if I grow a mullet, Dizzy, I'm going to be glad you're in Tassie because you'll be like, 15,000 miles away.
I'm just trying to imagine like Alita with the Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, do you have a moment to save? Talk about Lord and Savior Alita.
You could probably get Vladdy could probably find one of those little outfits and put it on the Altoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you guys don't remember the mole people. They kind of worship the wrong guy.
The who?
The mole people from the mole men. Yeah, they worship chaos like he's their god.
Yeah.
And he doesn't see them that way, which is kind of funny.
Mole people.
They grab Alita and Koyomi and carry them to him like they're gonna sacrifice it to him.
Yeah.
Now, this segues quite nicely into some of the other points that we have for the main topic with the merch aspect. And we'll touch on the fan merch. And as we've shown before, we've got the Kansas bar sign. But, I mean, you've got other things as well because, what's the, like, you know, you could simply, what's the example I was thinking of? Oh, that's right. When I was looking to get my artwork commissions by Cranberry framed, I went to a professional printing place because they do frame work as well, and they had all sorts of things. Like you can get almost any sort of image printed on the sides of like mugs, cups, calendars, and whatnot. And I mean, simply having that sort of thing, or in Creaky's case, for the muscle shirts, or any of the examples that you guys have just spoken about in terms of, you know, I recognize that shirt, like Oddjohn said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time you walk out with an Alita Army shirt, you know, people are just going to start recognizing it more and more, and you're going to have. Like I even remember when I came home, I was going up in the lift. I'm on level 41. The dude was going like stopping at level 32 or 33, and he had his son with him, and he was in like maybe about 5 to 6, and like this was like before COVID, like really like cracked down on the lockdown and stuff, but. I was still sort of, you know, keeping my distance, like not being too close because the kid was getting a little bit rowdy, and I could hear out of the corner of my ear, he said, "Daddy, it's Alita," and like it took all of my strength just to sort of keep a straight face and not like, you know, again like I just said, get all Jehovah's Witnesses on them.
Yeah, I think one of the most memorable ones that moments I had was when the re-release happened, and I think it was the last showing or the second to last showing. There was like I don't actually know how old she was, but I'm gonna guess the little girl was about maybe 8 or 9, and she was so sad with the way the movie ended. She was not happy at all. She loved the movie, but she hated how it ended. She's like, I want to see more. Is there going to be more? And I was like, I gotta tell him. I told them about the manga and whatnot. Although I did kind of warn the parents, you might want to wait a few years before she reads this. But still,
Yeah, and then leading on to the actual official merch, you know, there's not a whole lot of it, but you know, you've got your DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I was in a Best Buy, and they were selling Alita Blu-rays. They were still in there, you know.
Yeah, I saw the 4K, that same one right there at Best Buy about a few weeks ago. I think 4 weeks ago. The only one that was there, but still.
Hang on. Limited
Probably
edition
should have
steelbook. Oh yeah, that's the reason why I didn't get the 4K, because the steelbook comes with it.
I'm here hoping that by the time the sequel comes out, they still keep out with the Blu-ray discs, because I remember something about Disney, or I can't remember the details. It's been too long. Someone might remember, but they're doing away with like 4K Blu-ray releases, at least under Disney's belt. So if Fallen Angel did come out through Disney, we wouldn't be seeing a 4K. Yeah, UHD copy. Unfortunately, I don't know if that applies to regular Blu-ray or not, but you need to dig up on that and find.
Or if they still do even regular DVDs.
Right. Well, yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised that's still a thing too, actually.
But yeah, I mean, there hasn't been a real whole lot of official merch. It's mostly been, you know, fan made. Even Jeff has done the like the MIB chips.
Mm-hmm.
as Nexus and stuff. Now I'm
Those came out
really
very
thinking,
nicely too.
Yes, they did.
Did you get one, Creaky?
No, I don't have one.
Oh,
Never.
yeah. There's a lot of fan merch.
Never,
Actually,
never.
I think I have more of the fan merch per se than any of the official stuff.
Yeah.
And the merch that there is there for Alita, if not Funko Pops and stuff like that, is stuff that's really expensive. So it's like, oof.
or in my case, really rare. I mean,
Yeah, that too.
like I've been trying to hunt down. Like I've only got the doll body and the black and white berserker body Funko Pop. And
Well, I've got myself a good wig, a good white wig, and I've always had the blue outfit, so that's about it. I just need to have a really good set of sunglasses, and that's and a head covering. That's it.
You gonna cosplay KAOS?
Why not?
oh yeah,
That's nice right there.
I wanted to do Nova for the Comic-Con event this year, but that didn't work out. And even if it had, it apparently still wouldn't have.
yeah. You imagine that, but with the clock face instead. And then you got like your little ARs as a number.
Yeah.
Because I know that's something Jeff's working on as well.
That'd look pretty good in your little bar, Creaky. Have up there on the up on the table.
Yeah.
It'd match the sign too.
Yeah, it would. I'm running out of room, but yeah, it would look nice. There's no doubt about it. I'll have to let me pull
Looks almost like a light bulb.
Yeah, let me pull my
You can look
bar
at
up
it
here. Pull my bar up.
Gonna start making his own beer, Berserker beer, Panzerkunst Lager. You know.
Hey, I used to make beer years ago.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where did it? Oh,
Iron City Brewery.
Yeah, I guess I need to stop sharing that other screen to show you the.
Oh wait, didn't they? Speaking of drinks, didn't they have like a special kind of soft drink they released
Yep.
with the Alita livery like in
The iced tea,
2019?
Yeah, it was the
Arizona tea or something.
Now, just, I mean, look at that. You like take away some of the other stuff and start like
Well, some of
eventually
this-
replacing it with a leader merchant. Like,
Yeah, well, some of this stuff has got a history behind it, so it's going to be difficult to take it away, but
oh no,
you
I
know,
mean, like rearrange it and just add more.
yeah, like that.
Just
You
like-
see those two items on the right there, that Scotchman and you see what looks like a traffic light over there. Those were owned by my late stepfather, and he kind of willed those to me. So anyway, they're going to have to stay, But
You could have Hot Toys and leader standing there guarding.
yeah, I want to get Hot Toys Alita in here and make it look like really Alita, and maybe she and I having a drink at the bar or something like that, or I could be behind the bar and she could be sitting.
I would imagine if I were to visit that bar with the Kansas bar theme in mind, I would actually have to attend in Hunter Warrior outfit.
Yes. Well, oh, by the way,
Nice.
Avon, something you might be interested in. I got a little emblem looking thing from the Hofbräu house in München, and I had for years, and I had I kind of had a flood in the house back in 2015, and I had to get everything redone, and but you see where my cursor is, that's where that thing was, and I put it back up there. It's up there now, and it has Hofbräu up there, Bavaria, so yeah, I mean that's got to stay too, because that was given to me by one of my friends in Berking, so
Oh, that's cool.
Need to have
Yeah.
an Alita Army cosplay meetup at Creaky's house.
Oh God, yes.
Have a Dakito in
You're
there.
welcome.
as a
You're more
pen.
You're more than
know,
welcome.
And entry
Okay,
only
that's
permitted
pretty
with a
cool.
Hunter Warrior pass.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's gonna be Dakito?
I refuse
Right.
to do that.
He's going to get the alfoil out and do Japan.
There was a guy actually who did a really, really good cosplay for Zapan. did like full. I wish I could find it. There's a picture somewhere on my phone, but made the entire back everything. I'm thinking, how the hell did you do that? It was pretty impressive.
Speaking of Doc Ito for a minute, at least Cricky, you've got the muscles to swing a rocket hammer.
Well, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I got my glasses too. As a matter of fact, I did that one video where, Alita and I are going back and forth about whether I had chocolate after lifting weights, and if I'd have been smart, I'd have put my glasses that look like Doc Ito's glasses so it would have looked more natural, but so.
Hang on just a sec.
They need to make a real rocket hammer. That'd be very helpful on job sites.
Oh, yeah, it would. Didn't the guy do that, Maxi? God,
Sorry,
that is
repeat?
good.
Rocket.
Didn't some guy build a rocket hammer, that Shadiversary or whatever, Versity or whatever that thing is?
That's the cosplay.
He built one.
Or maybe that was a Damascus blade he built. There was somebody that built one of those.
Yeah, no, there was a guy who built the butterfly Damascus from the manga.
Yeah.
That was monstrous.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Michael Cthulhu. Yeah.
God,
I want
that's
to get my
pretty
hands
good.
on one of those. Isn't it? I was
Yeah,
amazed
it
when I
is.
saw that.
You guys see that pic in the third row with the mirror in the background? I think during that event there was also one of the guy with the Edo rocket hammer. I think, or was
In the
it just
back.
Nova?
Or
Yeah,
there's
I think it's
right in the
I think that's
background
I think that's
Can you-
manga Edo.
Can you expand that?
Just Defense says Creaky Hacksmith made a rocket hammer.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I knew I saw it somewhere.
Can't really expand it bigger than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see
That's just amazing.
One of the things that I loved about the movie,
I like
regarding
this.
that weapon, is
I like her.
oh yeah,
And like
Uh-huh.
this is another way, like as it sort of starts to open up, I'm seeing more and more Alita cosplays like being put out there.
Yeah, I know this actress that she's been in a lot of stuff. She's been in the Hunger Games and some other stuff. And I asked her if she'd do a cosplay, and she said, "Oh yeah, I'll do one," but she ran off to LA. So, so, and I don't mean lower Alabama either, John. I mean, I mean Los Angeles.
don't get me excited.
Yeah.
Oh wow, angel wings and all,
Oh, that's nice.
and the butterfly blade.
Yeah, yeah.
I've gone online trying to find that. Like someone actually built, I think it was the Bradley Cutlery Chimera blade. There was only one made, not the Michael Cthulhu one, but one that was actually sold on a website. I've been looking for it forever, but it's out of stock.
Yeah.
It's about
Well,
£9.
Cran would have liked that one picture.
Yeah.
See if
No, it was Zex that
if Jeff could manage to vaguely mass produce little butterfly blades like as keyring kind of deals, I reckon they'd do well.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
that's
to be careful not to make them too sharp, or
that's a great idea, Charlie Smith. Have that whole Iron City set up there at Epcot in Disney World. God, that would be epic.
It's the only way I would ever go to Disney World. If there was an Alita.
Yeah, there's a Alita thing there, right?
Iron City.
Or
Of course, we
she
got
was
Iron
one-
City down in Austin. So
Yeah.
Or if she was one of the Disney princesses, I'd go for that. Like how they have like some sort of like play or march or skit or whatever.
you do know if they make Alita a Disney princess, the Queen Alien is a Disney princess as well, right?
Oh my God.
Oh,
No, that can't. We can't. No, Alita can't be a Disney princess. There's just no way. Charlie Smith, where is that Comic-Con you're talking about? Is that one in San Diego? I guess you can put that in the chat and I'll put it up there.
Alita can be the Disney princess of ass kicking.
Yeah, well, God, now I'd be good with that.
As long as it wasn't my ass. But
But then we get Alita on ice, and that'd be a bit weird.
Oh my God. Kind of like that thing that ABBA did many years ago, Mamma Mia on Ice or something like this. No, that's no, I don't know about that, Maxie. But you know what's sad? If that happened, Alita on Ice, Creek could probably go see it.
Yeah, some of the another aspect, as I mentioned earlier, with the generalization of the art topic, video edits, and there are no shortage of those. Like whether it be music videos, whether it be live streams, whether it be
filter that for the last week, so you can see.
I had it set up like that, but I don't think the link.
Oh, he's got it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I did capture it. Oh, good. Yeah, I set up the filters and then took a copy of the link. So.
Yeah, I think you get a little different thing if you take that colon out. Let me see if that's the case.
But
Let me see.
I mean, it's not easy work, and I'm sure like guys like KAOS and Pulley will attest to the fact that it can get time consuming, but only because of the fact that guys like yourself put in so much care and detail into it, and it shows in the work that they do. Like it's just fucking amazing. I just can't say that.
Yeah, I want to show mine. I got it set up a little bit different than that one because I got to stop that share. Because this is going to be more, connected to the. Let's see, where the hell is that? There it is. Okay. Yeah, there it is. So, that's the same thing you had. Wow. So a lot of people will either do that or they'll do Alita, just Alita, because it's easy to type, So either way, you get a lot of videos. So anyway.
And
unfortunately, you get
is that hashtags are a higher priority in YouTube searches than just regular keywords.
Really? Didn't know that.
Yeah,
really?
It's ridiculous.
Huh.
Oh, because it's a newer item that you put in, but it's weird. It's
That's
really weird.
So
I
try that.
I write it in as text within the video itself, like hashtag Chaos Nova.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah, I got a bunch of hashtags in mine too. Just about every hashtag for Alita you can think of.
They only let you do 3 hashtags per video, which is
well, you can put it in the description, but you're right, they only display 3 hashtags under the videos, under the screen. So, yeah.
So I was going to say, back in the art section, we didn't mention Photoshops and mashups. So this is what I was doing while I was listening to you guys talk. It's Alita, obviously, with the
it's
pistol.
James Bond.
Alita 007.
I was wondering why that looked familiar, but I couldn't think of why. Saw an ad for that movie, did they?
You ought to send that to Mike Reyes.
Yeah, I was going to.
Yes.
See what he thinks of that one.
And yes, that is another way of through picture or even video edits, like just certain mashups. Like with our sort of
Everybody dance now like I just did.
But yeah, just pulling different things into or inserting Alita into different things and mixing them all up and making it interesting. Keep it topical and interesting and fun.
Which sort of brings me to my next point that I like to call the rule of 99. Finding a way to inject a leader into everyday life and invoking the curious mind, bringing in more fans. We sort of already touched upon this, like with the fan merch and whatnot. Whether we have to even buy/make our own shirts or like memorabilia, whatnot, the necklaces, and all the dog tags even, and that's simply another aspect of it. Is the making the different edits, all in the name of the game of keeping a leader relevant.
Yeah, Charlie Smith's got a good idea right there. If we come up with a catchy hashtag, where folks would go to the petition and sign it, that would be a cool thing. And then we could do like another mass tweet. Maybe we could have Amy in charge of it because she's really good at it. So, get that thing up to 200,000 because, the Snyder Cut only got 170,000, about the same amount as Alita has, so, and they got what they wanted. So, I think we could by far, outrun those guys, then we can, who knows?
Well, I personally think it's only a matter of time. We wouldn't want to have had an Alita sequel greenlit and then have it stall because of COVID.
Yeah,
I think having the patience to let this massive clusterfuck go away.
Oh, you just use a Marine term. I love
it. Oh man.
I think just because it has a certain 4-letter word in it is the reason why I was
as
well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to get out past this, and hopefully the cinematic landscape will include blockbusters again, because I would miss it if that went away. I love those big budget, really shiny movies.
I don't think that movie theaters will go out, but I think things have changed. I think, it's kind of like with Black Widow, where they did the simultaneous release of the theatrical release and doing streaming of it, So I think that's, if they did that with Alita for a sequel, I'd be okay with it.
And then you could watch it like 100 times at home rather than
That's
There's
right.
There's a risk of people being able to pirate this stuff. I mean, there's just a little bit of code to try and counteract recording off the screen, but I don't know. That's something to worth ironing out.
Plus, you can download it. If it gets like in YouTube or something like that, you can download it.
Oh no! YouTube has some coding things, but some people, when it's digital, people have figured out ways to get around the code that protects from recording the screen, and they record it off the screen. Yeah. And the thing is, the old way of pirating, you have to record with a video. The people did it with a video camera, which doesn't really work because the phosphorus from the video projector distorts the color. So it created a terrible thing. So you might as well watch the movie yourself because the quality is awful, sound and visual. But with digital, people essentially pirate and essentially steal at very high quality because they can just record a screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the scary part, and it's a problem that needs to be ironed out.
Yeah, and they can not only can they just do a screen capture. There's several software apps that do that, but they can even get an app that'll record the sound. So if they're playing it on their speaker, because sometimes some of those screen captures won't capture the audio, But if that's the case, then you can use the audio capture.
Screen capture that does it. Screen capture easily does both. I mean, Streamlabs OBS, which is what I have for recording Martian Memory, the gameplay. It does both very well. I can even I can do like 64 channels, and I can include myself and multiple people talking.
Oh, okay.
And they'll record their voices too. And I can just adjust the volume levels of the voices in the game audio, all of it. Either for recording or even live stream, either of those.
I guess panel member wise, you'd be the best person to ask KAOS, but how difficult, if they had access to the code for whatever game, how hard would it be to even make just like an Alita skin for like a fighter when it comes to fighting?
I've recovered that video. I have a long play of the video game known as Oni, which is sort of cyberpunk. But I played the game with my characters modified to have Last Order Alita skin. So it's running around as Alita, the same voice. And it's funny because it's the English language voice of Alita in the OVA, the North American English. That's her in the game as the main character. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. You get the voice of Alita. I prefer the UK version anyways, but you get the North American voice of Alita and you get the skin of Alita by the mod in the game. I'll point out the link to the whole playthrough of Oni because it's a pretty cool game. That was a one-hit wonder by Bungie before Halo happened. But yeah, it's an awesome fighting game that combines. It's called Oni, Oni, as in the Japanese demon.
Yeah.
Or
Purple hair.
the number 2. 02.
Yeah, Oni, ONI. Here, I'll send a link in private chat real quick.
Cool.
I'll get out for a second and find the link.
Another thing folks can do is they can get on these live streams with us. I know we kind of talked about that a while ago, but get on there and talk about Alita. Just get on there and just rail at us. We're good. We love it. We love those discussions. And I think when you get regular everyday people on a stream like this, and they see all of us, we're just folks. We're not movie stars and stuff like that. Then maybe they get engaged, and they get a little more comfortable getting on a live stream, and more people see it. So hopefully that's another way we can do it too.
Not to mention people's confidence levels will go up because it's akin to public speaking in a way. And, who's like not ever been at some stage in their lives afraid of standing up in front of a bunch of strangers and talking about anything. But when it's something about you love or that you're passionate about, like the leader,
yeah,
good luck.
So I found it here. So let me send the link right here. This is the modded version of the game.
Can I put that in the public chat? KAOS, do you mind? KAOS, you there?
This is unmodded.
Oh, can I put that in the regular chat? The link? Are you okay with that? Wow, your audio must be messing up.
Yeah. This is the first mission, so obviously that's Imaginos 2.
I like that.
So we don't get ourselves yeeted, so I won't stick on one screen for too long.
That's the boss right there. First big boss. Oh, but that's the second time you beat him.
As it should be. Alita's kicking his butt.
But the music for this game is pretty interesting too. Very good cyberpunk music. And yeah, the funny part about this game, I guess it was partially somewhat incomplete, is that there's a lot of places in the game that don't have railings, or you think there should be railings.
But I mean, just seeing Alita like playing as Alita, like that just adds. I feel it adds just a new dimension to.
Is there a version of her with a tail?
With this sort of effort, I don't see why not. But yeah, hang on, let me stop saying that. Probably don't get yeeted, but yeah, that's amazing. Did you link that in chat?
Oh yeah, is it okay for me to put that in the chat, KAOS? KAOS, you there? Oh, we lost him. Well, since he didn't answer me, I'm going to do like we used to do in the Defense Department. If you don't answer me, that indicates concurrence. So what we will do is put it in the chat.
I'm just at a loss for words because, like, I mean, compared to today's games, those graphics are like outdated, ancient, whatever you want to call it. But because it's Alita, I don't care. I just want to play it.
Oh, there's another one modded. Okay, let me put that one in there too. So, okay.
Anyone else got anything, other ideas that we might have haven't covered, or perhaps expanding on something that we have, or even just I guess any stories or any examples of stuff that we've already covered?
Well, the first thing to do is you could also start a YouTube channel, and that's, that kind of goes along with that, producing videos. But, I mean, your first 2 or 3 videos may not be so good, but don't worry about it because it's Alita. We're going to love it. So, start a YouTube channel, start doing streaming. I mean, there's free versions of StreamYard, that you can use, and so it won't cost you anything extra, and just get on there and start talking about Alita. That's all you got to do. I mean, anybody that's been on Angelus and mine stream, we that we are definitely not professionals at this, so and you can do it too.
And hell, like we always say, feel free to use our stream as a, testing the waters, dipping your toe in and seeing how it feels.
I might recommend Streamlabs OBS. I mean, there's a free, just similar to Streamlabs, there's a free way of doing it. I mean, you're limited in terms of the number of audio and video channels you can do. I don't think you can do like a selfie recording while you have the free version, but even with the free version, it's pretty decent quality, screen recording.
Yeah.
Real time you can do.
Well, you can do that with StreamYard too. I mean, you can set up an instance, that just record only. So you can do that. So.
I definitely recommend watching that video, guys. Because Jesus, leave it.
Mandatory carry brings up about that copyright stuff. Most folks that own the content will let you use their songs. They'll put their ads on it or something like that. But I think I've only had, since I've started doing this, maybe 2 times where, after I uploaded the video, after spending a lot of time putting the video together, saying that the owner of this material has, or it's owned by this individual and no one will be able to see your video. So in that case, I just deleted it.
Free available on YouTube.
Yeah, there's some audio library. And a lot of it's pretty good. Some of it, but a lot of it's really good. I mean, I've used a lot of that too. So
some video game songs are.
on it.
I haven't got a single copyright strike for some video game songs.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because they're not asses? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I use copyright material all the time, but only if they will let me. If I get like a block, I've never received a copyright strike, but if I get a block, and they say nobody can see your video, I delete it. I never try to. I don't even keep it on there as private. I just delete it. So.
Well, that's all of my ideas exhausted. And if no one else has any other ideas, we might take it to last words.
Is there anybody in the chat who has anything they want to add at this point?
I mean, what's funny is like a topic like this, like I guess, at least for me anyway, I feel like I'd get so excited that, I'd read what's in front of me and then like just have a complete mind blank. And then once it's all over and, maybe 1 to 2 hours later, it's like, damn, I forgot to mention this.
Yeah. Well, if anybody in the chat has an idea,
I did get a
put it in there.
retroactive copyright strike, but I'm okay. I had backups.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you will upload a video and then you'll see the copyright,
Sometimes they won't do it right then, but they'll do it later, which is what happened to me.
Well, you're usually okay if you deleted it right away. If you're okay with, they're okay with it. I've yet to receive a strike though, and I have a lot of copyright material on my page. I've never used copyright material on the stream. I mean, I did many streams ago. I think yesterday it was like the 24th stream in a row that I've done where I didn't have copyright on it. So so I try to keep that clean. But as long as the owner of the material or the content will allow you to use it, and so they can put their ads on it, that's not a problem. Pineapple pizza, the Alita Army special.
Yes. Just a fan. You just got a new fan.
Mandatory Carry says the problem is he didn't know how to edit or something like that. You can download these, a lot of these free, video editors, and some of them are pretty good, and just start playing with it. It's really not that hard, I mean, it'll be daunting at first when you start putting the videos together, but just kind of bulldoze your way through it. I mean, you'll learn it. I mean, it's really fun to put these things together. I really enjoyed putting those. I did like 7 videos this past week because of Alita Day. And each one of them was fun. I mean, it's so if you can push Alita's name out there and have fun doing it, great. That's what you want to do.
However you want to represent Alita, however you want to support it through the dark times. Yeah. I think Creaky just pretty much nailed it dead center. Like just do something that you love and have fun doing it.
John got his face off of there before I could give him full screen.
Hi.
So anyway, well, there we are in the Kansas bar. So there you go.
I think Jeff did a purple version of it as well, didn't he? like the purple lights or whatnot. Oh, my eyes. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I shouldn't say that on live stream because we want to encourage people to come on.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
scare them away.
Yeah, we're an accepting fandom, I think. So, you know, don't be afraid don't be afraid to put your ideas in there. I mean, you know, we have a lot of different, you know, points of view, and you know, and that even goes into politics, and even a lot of other things, you know, and we're quite a diverse group. I think the Alita Army is. So I think don't be afraid, you know, jump in there.
I think the important point to convey here is don't stop. You must persevere. We must keep going.
Yes.
The only time we lose is when we give up. So don't be doing that. It's a matter of when we get a sequel.
Yeah, that's right. It's
going to happen.
I think it's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, other movies that have done far worse than Alita did on their first shot, you know, made far less money. They got sequels. You know, they did. So, okay, Sin of Sanity says I owe him a print. So I will get you one, Sin of Sanity. It might interest you to know in terms of states. I don't know where you are. I think you're in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. But Kansas is a neighboring state to Colorado. So now it's about 230 miles from where my house is. But
did you say print when you meant pint?
I was thinking that too.
Pint. Owes him a pint from. Oh, I read pint and read it saw print. So I owe him a pint. Okay, I said okay.
Yeah,
why
so
does he
you own people all around the world beers now, Creaky.
Yeah, I know it. I owe Dizzy a beer, don't I? Actually, Dizzy's up that. Originally it was a beer, and he gradually expands it, you know. And so now it's like a case, I think, or a keg, you know, is what he wants.
He's expecting a kegger.
Well, you know what? You know, this is a good idea, though.
So, like, I can make anything fizzy. People want cider, want beer, whatever.
Yeah.
Fizz it up.
Yeah. Well, I've still got my beer making equipment. I haven't made any beer in over 20 years, but you know, who knows? Maybe I can make an Alita beer. You know.
The official brewery of Alita Army.
Yes, you know, and since we're going to have a Kansas bar, you know, maybe we'll have that's a great idea.
Well, there were a number of licensed beers with names from Alita Battle Angel that were available only during the Alita experience.
Yeah.
I regret not going to that.
Yeah, well, I didn't know about it, or else I would have gone to it. So.
Yeah, it's about 8 hours from where I was.
I regret not jumping on a plane and flying to the US to go
my.
Yeah, it's about 12 hours for me.
Well, no, it wasn't that far away when it happened. I had to go south. 5 or 6 hours. Wow.
Yeah.
Can't believe I missed it.
As for encouraging people to come on, I can't have it playing for too long because I'm in a sort of a shared room, but
yeah. See, all that coughing and hacking, he wasn't dying.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm in a shared room, so like people come in and out all the time. But and by people I mean like people I live with.
You need an on-air sign and a lock.
Yeah. Yeah, and all put it on your door.
Those little things that you hang off your door handle in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Do not disturb.
Yeah.
If this sign is a rockin', don't come a knocking.
Yeah.
But yes, that's any final words from any of the panel members before we wrap things up? Because like I said, I'll probably end up remembering something after the show, but
for sure.
Right
just
now,
tweet it out.
Yeah, put it in Twitter. You know, just tweet it.
My final words. God damn it! Read my fanfic.
I still need to.
Okay, let's do that, Angelus. Let's start. You know, since he's on us about not reading it, let's do like we did when we were reading the manga. You know, let's, or as you Aussies say, manga. You know, we'll just keep going. Yeah, that's right. We just.
Go ahead, sir.
Well,
No, that's right. We'll just keep going together concurrently, like we did with the manga.
I
So
love how I've always wanted to say it. It always cracks me up when Ray says Alita because he says Aliter. That's always got me.
he does.
Aliter.
Alita.
Oh, there he goes over here.
What?
Yeah, mandatory carry. I do have a face. Yes, I do.
guys, I'll also encourage you to load up the much earlier episodes of Radio Chaos, because then you get to see Ray's face.
That's right.
Max at your eye.
The first live stream we did, I think we had almost everyone on maybe not everybody, but a lot of people had their camera on.
Yeah.
Over time, you just kind of get used to not doing it, I guess.
Yeah, I watched some of those. You guys had a lot of fun doing those.
Oh yeah. I think the most we had in the very, very beginning, I think the max amount of people we had on stream at once was like, what, 10 people, 9 people, something like that. It was a
I
lot
think
of
it's 10 for a certain amount for a free account.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't using StreamYard at the time, but it was a lot of people. The only thing is, every time someone spoke or their microphone made a noise, it would switch over to that whoever that person was.
Yeah.
And you'd only.
Yeah, if you go on Zoom or something like that, that's what happens. You know,
Yeah.
It switches over to the person talking, which can be really, really confusing. You know, for the folks watching the stream.
I like
Yeah,
StreamYard.
Jaya is out there. All right, Jaya.
Very nice day.
Yes, indeed.
What about yourself, Creaky? Any final words on supporting Alita?
Just do it, folks. Just buckle up and just have at it. Just do it. You know, don't worry about whether the quality of my work's not good enough, or I'm afraid to come on a live stream. Don't do this. Just do it. We're friends. There's no problem. That's all I got to say.
Yep.
Hey, don't worry. I mean, I'll stream with nothing but a Bluetooth microphone while I'm driving. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sequels, baby.
Yeah.
Amen to that. What about yourself, Odd John?
I'm sorry, what?
Any final words or anything you want to get in there before you wrap up?
So, I'm sorry, the roommate just got back from the Comic-Con. That's what attention span's off. I mean, just keep doing what we've always done.
Yeah.
We're kind of in a little bit of a limbo right now, but
Yeah.
main thing I'd say at the moment is interacting with the rest of the fans, meeting new fans, and introducing Alita to everybody that you can.
Yeah, it kind of picked up last week, though. You know,
It
it
did.
did with that Robert Rodriguez retweet and that
I'll be back.
video that guy put out. So, by the way, look who showed up, folks. All right, she's here. Yep. I wish.
Damn it. I thought someone actually showed up.
Yeah. No, I wish this was a real thing right here. It's not. But
Angelus looks up and goes, "Wait a second, just a minute."
why is Alita visiting Gary and not visiting me? That's what he's thinking. So
Mhm.
I'll just hold my hot toys Alita
that's right.
more and more close now.
All right, Chaos. Cool.
See, I would add as my final statement: do support everybody who makes an effort to do things Alita related, and support the fandom and the push for a sequel, because you know, during these rough times that we're having, both with the drought of new Alita material and the current pandemic, people's motivations really take a hit, and any sort of appreciation you can give them for what they're doing, I think really does make a difference. So, if you look at something and go, oh, yeah, that looks all right, don't just scroll on, make a comment. Say, yeah, I really like this, or have you thought of this? Be involved, take part. And,
And that's why I thought
the
about
whole
doing a
data.
motion comic, because that's something we could all do. We don't even have to be in the same room to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We can record separate rooms.
These international group collaborations are great.
And I'll also expand on that quickly before. Actually, no, I'll cut out to Hello KAOS, because we saw his face for a second there. So, salute to you for putting it out there. There he is.
All right.
But yeah, like there was someone that recently put out their leader artwork, and one person might think, oh yeah, this isn't like manga quality, or this isn't like top tier sort of like the sort of thing we see Tapion or someone like that,
Or professional
sort of
quality, if you want to think of it as that.
But because it's a leader, I honestly did not give a damn. If you like, it's almost like you put anything, like you put red eyes under anything or anyone to give it that a leader look. I'd love it. You draw anything a leader, I'd love it. And I don't like a stick figure with a circle for a head, and all you had to do is put you don't even have to put eyes, nose, and a mouth. You can just put the two red eye markings underneath, and I'd love that, because I know that it's the leader, and that's how passionate we are here about it. So.
Oh yeah.
So like Gary said, like Maxie, like everyone said, don't. At least with us anyway, don't be afraid to, put yourself out there, like John has, like KAOS has, like just with showing their faces, because that's something that, I know that a lot of people can be uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
But
come on our stream too on Friday night. If you feel uncomfortable, come on our stream. We are really informal. But a lot informal, So, and it doesn't matter if your English is if that's your second language, and you feel like your English isn't that great, then it doesn't matter. We don't care, like Finn. Finn came on one time, and he did fine, So Finn's English is decent, but he probably thought, oh no, I can't get on the stream because my English is not good. No, just come on the stream. We will welcome you. So
yes. So we'll do things slightly out of order here with the chat question for I was a little bit, quite late with the show notes, so I don't know how they got it out there. But Maxie, do you know if we got any feedback or response from it?
I haven't seen any responses, but I only advertise like a few hours beforehand, so that doesn't give people much time to reply. Yeah, Tony used to put those out, but he's really busy with his new job, so that makes it a bit hard.
Yeah.
And while I try not to use it as an excuse, now that I finally got one as well, and I've just been like, I've never said no to a shift yet, so that's what I've been busy with all this week as well myself. So
you didn't have to chuck a sickie this morning?
Shh, my boss might be watching.
That'd be cool if he was. You get to talk a leader at work.
Yeah.
And then he'll go,
Alita.
yeah. So
I got to say it like that now. Alita.
But this week's chat question is, how do you plan, or what suggestions do you have to keep supporting a leader when times are tough? But I think even the chat questions, the live chat questions alone have pretty much covered most of that.
Yeah, the chat's been quite lively today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next week's question, which is also obviously the topic for next week's episode, if Major Kusanagi and Alita were to switch places, who would do better in that world and why? Now, I probably have to do a little bit of homework, and while I have seen it before, it has been quite a while, but I'll probably do a bit of homework and rewatch both the manga and even the live action, because I haven't actually seen that before.
Yeah.
The live action Ghost in the Shell is okay. It's kind of a bit off more than they can chew deal, where they tried to put multiple storylines into one movie. But it has a lot of great, visual representation that the animated film and manga had in them. I think you would like it.
Well, they had to get the spider tank in there. That was a must. But
yeah. And of course, we want to remind everybody about this.
Oh yes, the moment that I binge watched all 8 episodes within the first 8 hours, and they're 45-minute episodes each. So I didn't have much of a break in between, and it just kept rolling on and on and on. Quite literally, each episode topped the previous, and it just kept on getting worse in a good way. Because it's a horror noir sort of
deeper down the rabbit hole, you might say.
Yes, that's a perfect way of putting it. And it, all the some critics and most of the audience have said, it's definitely not going to be for everyone, because it's a horror subgenre, if you will, at the very least.
It's proper R-rated. It's not.
No, it definitely won't be for everyone.
I'm looking forward to a sequel, actually. I want to see what happens next.
Next season.
Well, she's flying off somewhere, so I won't spoil, but looking forward to see where they take it.
But referencing this just quickly, I remember reading in the tweet that the 8 episodes only covers like a third of the book that it's based off, so much like Alita, there's a lot of source material to draw from.
8 episodes is a very short series, especially if you're adapting a novel.
Yeah.
Because novels have, like, most movies, most good movies are adapted from a short story, because really what you can cover in a movie of 1.5 to 2 hours is a short story length of information. If you're trying to adapt a novel, and this has always been the problem for things like the Dune movie that's coming out, there's just too much stuff and you've got to cut. And once you start cutting, you start losing subplots and things sort of like, you end up with all these little dangly bits that don't go anywhere because you've had to cut things out. Yeah, you lose context, you lose backstory. We've had that problem with Alita, that they could have used some more backstory. 8 episodes is a short season. I mean, even in most animes, like 12, even though they're 25-minute episodes and these are 45. So it's probably about the same amount of length.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that was 6 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it's short. It's
that
really
is
short.
real short, yeah.
I mean, you can't really get an arc going.
But it had, this is before I was even born. Forget that part. This is from 1977 to 79. They had Spider-Man. That was only about 7 episodes.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was more a series of like 1-hour movies.
Yeah.
Better way to describe.
But
Spider-Man with I believe Nicholas Hammond was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, actually older, because he was Peter Parker's Spider-Man in those. Back when the Marvel characters on CBS.
Well, like we've touched on earlier, if you did want to come on the Alita live stream, we always have the link of the guest sign-up sheet. Choose a topic, put your name underneath it if you wanted to come discuss it. If you have any ideas that you do want to discuss, put them down there as well. And also put your name on it so we know who to credit for the idea.
Yeah.
And seeing as you did, like if you did suggest a topic, we'd love for you to come on and talk about it. Even talk about why.
Yeah, that's for Radio Chaos, right? Lead a live stream. We don't have show notes. We're not that. Yeah, we're not that organized. So you don't have to sign anything to come on the Alita live stream. You just show up and say, "What's the link?"
And at least with ours anyway, you don't even have to stay for the whole thing. You can come in, it's like chat with us for 15 minutes, like, well, got to go shopping, work's called, someone's at the door, real life stuff happens.
Yeah.
And
it's fine. Yeah.
You know, I guess in a way, our stream sort of like just fills in the gaps that Radio Chaos doesn't. And that's okay as well. But yeah, we really encourage you guys to come on because, I mean, it's part of the reason why we discovered the Leader Army in the first place, because we wanted to seek out other people. We wanted to, like, go nuts talking about a leader with other people. And, you know, when you're the only one in your, like, little social circle, wherever you live in the world, and, you know, no one else knows about it, you know, you do have to rely on social media to facilitate that. But
yeah, we talked Amy on to coming on and watch party, didn't we?
Yes, yeah. and I'll say it again. Hats off to Amy for like really sort of motivating everyone into like really getting behind this particular Alita Day, because it was definitely one to remember.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
I wanted to add that you should always have Lisa Nova by your side.
Okay. I guess I got to watch this now.
I know Davo gets it.
I get it.
I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this.
That was halfway to a dad joke, but you know.
I got so many different assignments from you guys to watch shit and read stuff.
Dude, I'm so behind.
I am too. Boy, I'm way behind.
John, that was an elbow deep reference.
Yeah.
Oof.
That was a solar plexus shot is what it was.
I still need to watch the railgun show or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's coming up. That's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to be way behind on that one.
But yes, definitely thanks for this week's guests for coming on and doing exactly what we said. Avon, C-Play, Chaos, and Odd John.
Yeah.
You know, it's always fun to just talk shop with other people that feel exactly the same way you do.
Cheers.
And thank you for Hot Toys Alita being here too. So
yes, feel free to come back, Alita. And and of course, thank you to our current listeners and future listeners, because having a worldwide fandom means that like not everyone's going to be able to come on stream and go on text chat, so you'll probably be ending up listening to this on a playback, perhaps while on a drive to work breaks, and then the rest of it when you come back home, who knows. But yeah, thanks to all the listeners for joining us. I mean, it's you fans that make the fandom special. It's you guys and girls that we literally wake up early in the morning or stay up late at night to do this live stream. Like, what time is it there for you, Creaky, at the moment? I know it's
about 5:06, so it's not too late.
Oh wow!
Here.
I think it's 6 minutes past 1 in the morning for Avon, so maybe he's fallen asleep. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm still here. But yes, it's 1 a.m. now. So.
Yeah. So, and you know, he's come on just to talk Alita as well, because we're all that passionate about it. So it's our guests and our listeners that make it that make the whole process worth it. Now, and as we do at the end of every show, our call to action on 3, which is film. 1, 2, 3.
Hell no,
Build those
sequel.
sequels, baby. Thanks for joining us, guys. See you next week.
Bye bye.
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 You know, back when I was in the academy, we would follow every toast with a song.
You can't.
That's an interesting twist.
He was an idiot.